if you're looking to quit smoking, this is the best vape I've ever had, the Caliburn A2. Now here it is compared to the Juul, which is good for smokers to try to start with. It's a really small form factor, just like a cigarette, which is what I like and what I was looking for. And this is the next best thing as far as size, but it's better in every other way. Way bigger battery capacity, way bigger fluid capacity, 2 milliliters, and it's way cheaper to run this thing. This is $25 for 4 pods. This is $20 for 4 pods, but the pods are so much bigger with the Caliburn. So this will last all day, heavy vaping, and so will the battery. It's also pretty sweet that it has a Type-C charger port, so you don't have to remember anything. It's just the same one as a modern cell phone. The draw is really good on this thing. It's real tight, just like the Juul or a cigarette. So that's another reason why I would recommend one of these devices for someone trying to quit cigarettes, because it is just like a cigarette, but it's better. Nice and tight draw for a mouth to lung draw. What's also sweet about this thing is top filling. This clicks off real easily, not super easily, but then this stuff, it's awesome. High drip iced mango, and it has this nice little silicone thing that it doesn't leak, and it's just real easy to pop it right in there. And this snaps back on there. This clicks in there magnetically. Real satisfying. So, and it hits way better than the Juul. This thing, it's supposed to last like 3 weeks, but the key is to not let your juice go past the minimum mark in that window, which is halfway. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on it. There you go. So it has the button draw, which is a pro or a con. It's kind of one of the only things that bugs me about this. I'm going to cover that with some kind of plastic sleeve once I find something that'll fit over it. Maybe this one, if I bend it. And the other thing I don't like about this is the mouthpiece is tapered, so you can't hold it in your teeth while you're working. That's what I really like about these Juuls, but I can fix this with a little silicone sleeve. I was using a silicone sleeve from a 510 cartridge, like for CBD. That works, but it's a little too small, so I'll find something for that. Other than that, this is my favorite device. It's kind of like the weight of a heavy cigar, whereas this is more like cigarette. So maybe in the future they'll come up with smaller ones, but for now, this is my favorite. It's real good battery capacity, still small enough to hold in your teeth, and it's real durable. You can see it's taken some hits here, but it's still hitting. Let's see, what else can I say about it? It's very comfortable. It doesn't leak unless you're when you get an old pod. If you're letting it go all the way down, that's bad. You shouldn't let it do that. You should be filling it up when it's like down to here. But say you're the only way you can make it leak is if you're closing off the bottom and pulling here. And of course that's kind of user error. You shouldn't really have to do that as long as you keep it filled up fully. Give it a shake, get it real warm, put it in front of a heater, and just give it a long time to soak up that fresh liquid. You don't want air bubbles in there. You might give it a few pulls with it closed off when you're first starting off, but you shouldn't have to do that. Otherwise you can make it leak a tiny bit, and you might have to wipe it off with a paper towel. But that's no big deal. See, like there, I've got a tiny bit of leaks, but that's no big deal. Just use a vapor towel, of course. And you're good to go. So as far as leaks, this thing is awesome. It's compared to pretty much every other device, this is doing great. Sometimes you might want to shake it out like that if you feel it over bubbling, because I've found that can limit airflow and promote a muddy flavor that's more burnt. If you overflow it and you're dragging the shit out of it, you don't want to chain smoke it. Give it a second to refill the wick so you're not burning it up. But it is pretty good on repeated chain vaping. It is pretty good on that. I like this a lot better than my mod, because these things, you know, they're like $8 for a freaking pod now, and I'm just like, man, I'll go back to rebuildables. But then I found this thing, and this is it fits all the characteristics that I want. Small vape that I can hold in my teeth, that isn't super expensive, that'll last all day. So yeah, props to Caliburn for this. They have a device called the Neat, and it'd be cool if they made this thing with a mouthpiece just like that, square, you know. But I haven't seen the Neat in stores, and I'd need a sticker to cover all that. So I don't want my vape saying Neat. Other than that, looks pretty good. That's all I can say. Love it.